Spotlight video. Perfect. So guys, here's what we're going to do as leaders. Let's go back into our groups. What's going on, Sami? What's going on, Carmen, Fahim? Who else is on camera? We see Hamza's beautiful face. I'm looking at the people on camera right now. Whoever wants to jump on cam, you guys at the front. So look, guys, yeah, man, let's go crazy. Let's go back into the groups. Let's flood the groups with this link. Look at how many people are on this call right now. If you guys know how we operate, when we do calls, it's usually 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700 people on the call. What I've done is we've organized this specifically for every single one of you directly for your teams so that we could all level up. It's going to be more intimate, more of a locker room conversation. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it a few minutes. What's going on, James? What's going on, Harris? You guys are amazing. I see you guys on the camera right now. Carmen, I'm hearing big things. I'm hearing big things about you. Simon's been going on and about you. So look, guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to kick off in about 2-3 minutes. Let's flood the groups. It doesn't matter what rank you are. Look, I'm going to give you guys a quick training, and this training is going to be 10 seconds. It does not matter what rank you are. You don't need to hold a rank for you to post a template in the group. Here's what I did. When I started a business, when my upline will post a template of a call, I will repost it in the group. And here's why. I promote an event so much. I promote a call so much. I promote a business opportunity so much. So eventually when I promote the event could promote me. So I'm going to say it once more. I promote the event so much so that the event could eventually promote me. This is why I hold a rank. So that's a quick 10-second training. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to flood the groups in with the link. It doesn't matter what rank you are. It doesn't matter how many people have posted it already. Let's flood the groups in. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to wait for Jason. I think Jason's on the call. We're going to wait for Austin. Austin right now is checking into an Airbnb. If you guys are following him on Instagram, he's touring all around the world. He's hiking mountains. He's on yachts. He's on God knows what type of vehicles I see him standing on top of without a helmet. He's just living a wild life right now. So right now he's checking into a new Airbnb. He'll probably be on in about 10-15 minutes, but we're going to wait for our upline Chairman 750 to be on the call. I'm going to say that once again, Chairman 750. And once again, guys, for those of you that have just jumped on this call today, if you've seen our calls in Traders Empire, we have about 5, 6, 7, 800 people on a casual basis, 5, 6, 700 people. If you guys see the numbers on this call today, we have less than 100. And the reason why is because our upline Chairman 750, Jason Brown, and Austin Godsey, Chairman 100, wants to speak to us directly. Now, notice how I said us. I didn't say you, I said us. And the reason why it's because I'm always a student. You know, if I tell you a quick story about how I started, when I started in this industry, or not just industry, when I started in this company, I looked at who was shining the most, right? And I didn't look at rank. I just looked at who's making the most noise. And if you guys know this business, you will know that Austin and Jason are probably the biggest noisemakers, not within IM, within this whole industry. And I'm not just talking about their results. Have you seen their Instagram, right? Go on Instagram, go on Jay Brown, go on Austin Godsey. Look at their gram. They are making noise on the social media market. They are making noise in the company. They're making noise in the industry. They're making noise in business for home in general. So here's what I did. I started looking at these individuals. Now they are my direct mentors today. Not indirect, they are my direct mentors. Now, although they're probably, you know, a few thousand miles away from the other side of the pond, how could I become a chairman whilst using their mentorship? Here's what I did. I mirrored everything that they had. I mirrored the way they speak. I mirrored the way they talk. I mirrored the way they walk. I mirrored the way they move, the way they shine, the way they grind. Every single thing that I could do, I mirrored them. And guess what happened? I eventually got some results. Now they are now 8-figure mentors. Jason Brown is my 8-figure mentor. I am now currently a 6-figure earner. I'm definitely heading towards a 7-figure earner. And here's the reason why. It's because I'm mirroring someone who's an 8-figure earner. So today, he's here to speak to us directly, just under 100 people. I think we're probably going to reach 100, which is amazing. And he's here to speak to us to show us exactly what it takes. Now, if you guys know Jason, I'm going to see if Austin's on the call. If not, we're going to bring on Jason first. So if you guys know Jason is someone who started in this industry roughly, I might get it wrong, but probably about 6-7 years ago. Didn't have much luck, right? He'll probably share this with you. He didn't have much luck, right? He was learning. He was a student. And here's the reason what I love about him. He says, making no mistakes is the biggest mistake. I'm going to say that once again. He said, making no mistakes is the biggest mistake you could do, not just within this industry, but in life. So he used the first 3-4 years, maybe even 2-3 years, making as many mistakes as possible, learning. You guys could go on his Facebook. before Instagram, go on his Facebook, look at his previous posts. You guys will see the come up. That's probably the most inspiring thing you can see, right? And you will see how many mistakes he made, how much he was learning. When he came into this company, he decided to hit it full throttle, right? He's now in the position of a chairman 750. He only just received this prestigious position in the last probably 30 to 60 days, right? And he's now probably recognized as one of the top 10 highest earners within this whole industry. Someone who's infamous within the industry, someone who's known, someone who's looked up upon, and is a very near and dear friend of mine today. And I'm very, very proud to say that. So I'm going to welcome on this call to share with us whatever he wants to share, speak to us directly, give us the secrets of how you build a database of over 200,000 students. I'm going to say that once again, right? Some of us may have 1 student, 3 students, 5 students right now in our team. He has 200,000. Now, bearing in mind, everything big once started off small, right? You know, a 3,000-year-old tree starts off as just a seed, right? A big mansion starts off as just a brick, right? You know, Facebook started off with one subscriber, right? Instagram started off with 1 follower, right? This individual has over 200,000, but he was once in the seats that we are today learning. And although he's still a student, he was once learning of someone that he aspired to be. So today we're students to you, Mr. Jason Brown, Chairman 750. We thank you for jumping on this call and taking time out of your busy schedule. My very near and dear friend, Jason, I'm going to unmute you, and I'm so excited to hear you share some words. So Jason, you are now unmuted. Take the call over, bro.
My brother, what's good, bro? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling so good. How are you feeling?
I'm blessed. You know, it's been, I'll tell you, you know, I was telling Matt before when we were talking and, you know, Matt and I started this week on Sunday, like insane. And we were laughing because I'm like, dude, how do I feel? Like we've had our most productive 2 weeks, our most action-packed 2 weeks after we went Chairman 750. You know, it's crazy, but it feels like, with great power and great income, great achievement comes even greater responsibility. And so I'm grateful. You know, Yasin, you are someone that I've always respected. Even before we got a chance to spend time together when I was in the UK, and, you know, we got a chance to go out to Nando's, and we were supposed to be on tour together right now. Well, actually about a month ago in Ireland, and, you know, COVID-19 shifted up the game plan, but guys, if you're in Yasin's leadership and you're in this call right now, you got to understand that you're in the right place at the right time, and not just because you're in the right company. I think we already know we're in the right company. I want to share a lot of stuff with you guys, but because you're also around great people. And I think integrity is probably the hardest thing to come by in this industry. We just saw Shabazz go Chairman 100, absolutely insane. Yasin's knocking on the door of C25, and honestly, once he goes Chairman 25, it won't be far from Chairman 50. So you guys have some young legends, like literally. I know Yasin said a lot of great things about me, but, you know, I could say equally as great things about your leadership and the leaders that you guys have a chance to learn from on a day-to-day basis. So Yasin, thank you, bro. I know it was genuine, and I genuinely appreciate you for kicking off the call that way. So look, guys, for all of you on the call, I want to share a little bit of my background, because some of you guys may be a few months in, a few weeks in, some of you may be a few years in, and maybe you've heard this before, but you know, my story and Matthew Rosa's story as well, they're stories of perseverance. They're stories of grit. You know, and I think, you know, you'll see these crazy Bryce Thompson stories and you get inspired, right? Because you see what's possible, but you could also easily get demotivated because you see a guy go, you know, Chairman 500 in 2 years, and you're like, what the heck am I doing wrong? And, you know, one of the biggest mistakes that we play in trading, one of the biggest mistakes that we play in building a business is the comparison game. Right. That's one of the biggest mistakes that we can take on, is comparing ourselves to somebody else. And, you know, I remember being in my first company back in 2013. I actually used to work in nightlife. So for those of you who like to go out to a club every once in a while, I was the guy who sold you the $10 bottle of vodka, Hennessy, gin, whatever for $300-400. That was me. Okay, so I was the $20 bottle of vodka for $400 guy. And that's what I did. I worked with celebrities. I worked with athletes. I worked with actors, and it was fun. I was young. I was making 8 to 10 grand a month, and then I saw the vision of direct sales and network marketing, and it was crazy because I, at a young age, had wisdom. Maybe because when I go to parties, I sit by the old people, not the young people. Right? I always try to ask the right questions. I've always studied people like LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. So I've always tried, and I think I've just always been naturally gravitated towards wisdom, not just hype, but true wisdom. And, I saw that, yes, I was making money, but I didn't really have a lot of time. And for me, I don't know about you guys, but I do understand that time is precious. And I feel not a sense of like a fear. I don't feel a fear of life ending. I don't feel a fear of dying because I don't even know. I don't believe that when we die, it's over. So I don't feel that fear, but I will tell you, I feel a sense of urgency to do great things while I'm alive, right? To live a life of purpose and freedom. And I hated missing family holidays. I hated, being like, stuck at a job when my friends were out, or, my family was doing something or going on vacation. And I honestly just had to say no. And so I left nightlife and I went all in network marketing. And I took a leap of faith that honestly, I don't really necessarily encourage. I wouldn't tell you guys to quit your job or burn the ships all the way until or if because what I did was pretty nuts. And I'm grateful to be standing here in front of you guys. But what I will tell you is that I burned the ships and I left it all behind, and it was crazy. I had a few $1,000s and a credit card, and I went out and I learned all the skills. One thing that I will tell you guys is learn the skills and don't shortcut the process. So learn the skills and don't try to shortcut the process. And what do I mean by that? In the beginning, I sat down and I learned the art of edification, the art of the three-way call, right? The importance of learning the product, learning the service so that I could be the one presenting in a one-on-one. Yeah, I think that's a mistake that a lot of people make, is that they're always leveraging their upline. They're always sitting around waiting for somebody else to, help close their prospects. And I just felt like, hey, if I want to move fast, I got to be the best. I got to be the best presenter. I got to be the most convicted. I got to be the most passionate. I got to be a product of the product. Right now, I've got a screen up. I trade. I'm not just the Chairman 750. I trade 7 days a week, mostly cryptocurrency at this point, but I do trade normal fiat currency as well. And that's always been my mindset from the very beginning, is I got to know my stuff so that I'm the one in control. But I joined, and I immediately started to get on three-way calls. I immediately started to edify and learn all those skills. And I feel like that's important. But guys, for 2.5 years, I did not see financial success. And what Yasin said is true. I've been in network marketing for almost 7 years now. And for 2.5 years, imagine you leave a 6-figure job, you could get it back in any second because you have the clients. Comfort is right there. It's like right in your face. Yet I believed so much that I would be financially free in network marketing, that I stayed up late nights, messaging people, building friendships, adding people on Facebook. When Instagram started popping off, building a following there, doing the calls, getting tons of no's. Now, this was before trading. Tons of no's. I had so many people say, yo, I'll be there. I'm coming to your home event tonight. I'm signing up. I'm ready. And then they go into the missing persons report. I think we've all had people there that just go missing in action. You're like, yo, what happened to Rob? Like, Rob was fired up. He was about to go. And then now we don't even know if he's alive. And we just pray for him. I think a lot of us have been there, right? Where we have people that just, boom, gone. You're like, all right, whatever. I was there. And for 2.5 years, I tolerated the pain. I tolerated the failure, because from every single setback, I felt strength. I felt better. And it's not fun when you're going through it. we're doing workouts over here. I got a rooftop terrace. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it a little bit, but I have a big terrace. So at nighttime, we're doing workouts, and sometimes it sucks, but I know that after that pain, I hit my weight goals, or I lose some weight, or I'm starting to, feel a little bit stronger the next time. So I knew that I'd endure that pain. And anyway, guys, I'm like 2.5 years in, broke as a joke. I end up running $70,000 in debt. 70,000. And it was tough. I had my mom co-sign a $10,000 credit card, and that thing maxed out. And I'm thinking, there's a scene in Star Wars. I think it's episode 4 or 3 or something like that. There's a scene. It's the first one with Luke Skywalker. You'll probably remember Princess Leia. They're in the ship. I want to say it's 4 probably. I don't know. Star Wars episodes are weird because they did like 4, 5, and 6 first, and then they did 1 and 2 second, and then 8, 9, and 10 later. It's weird. But anyway, you remember the scene when they're in they go down into the trash, the compost, right? And they're in that so it's episode 4. So they're in that room, and the walls start closing in. Right? They see the walls closing in, and they're like, "Oh my God, we're gonna die, we're gonna die." That's where I was. I was like, "Yo, I'm getting smushed from both angles." And then we found IM Academy, and the thing that I really loved about it was that I joined as a customer. This was my way out. Trading was my way out. I joined to learn the skill, because I knew that if I actually sat down and learned, I could be broke, but I wouldn't be broke forever. And that I would always be able to look at a chart. I would always be able to look at a market and position myself for success. And so I just took time to learn. And that's exactly what happened. 60 days in, chairman. So Matt and I were 60 days as a customer. We launched in January. And in March, we hit chairman. So think about that. Years of pounding it, years of consistency, years of struggle, years of emotion, and, feeling sometimes stuck. And then boom, breakthrough, followed by boom, enrolling Alex Morton. I don't know if you guys, I got a phone. I keep getting a phone call. Enrolling Alex Morton, bringing leaders who left to other companies back, right? Having people launch other companies to try to take us out, and having those companies fail and people coming back, right? Betrayal. Some of your best friends turn around and try to steal from you, and getting through that. And then it went crazy. And that's what people don't see, right? People see the chairman 25, the 50, the 100, the 250, the 500, the 750 now. And you feel so far away. I think some people feel so far apart. But the truth is that a lot of times you're just one blessing away from your breakthrough, right? And yeah, this business takes some time, right? It takes some time to develop an understanding of the system, the services, the products. But I agree, Nicholas, you're actually so close, right? You're as close or far away. Write this down. You're as close or as far away from your goals as you believe you are. So when you believe you're far away, you are. And when you believe you're close, you are. Belief plays such an important role. Yeah, I remember leaving London convention. Matt Rosa and I had actually deranked to chairman 250. And I think we might have hit 500 right around London, maybe right after. I don't remember. But we were 250 going into 2020. So we had hit 500, and we had some things happen, and we had some teams leave. And so we deranked. No big deal. Nobody's complaining about 300 a month. Trust me, it'd be okay. You learn a little bit. Do you want the 5? Yeah, you want the 5. Do you want the 5 in the bonuses? Yeah, you want it. But you ain't losing. So we're cool, you know, and I believe that we had a lot that we had to learn. If you look at the growth of Matt and myself from that time till today, I feel exponential. And I was already respected, and I already called a mentor and already called a leader. But I've had so many people tell me, like, man, the last 6 months, the last 10 months, you're different. And that's amazing, because that's what we're here for. Just because I'm a chairman doesn't mean my problems are solved. Just because Yasin's a chairman doesn't mean he has no problems, right? Just because you're a P600 don't mean you have no problems, but you're better than you were when you started. And, you know, Matt and I just went back and we worked on ourselves. We worked on our business. We developed better relationships with our leaders that, you know, maybe they weren't as developed as they were before. And so I think sometimes God, the universe, whatever you believe in, I believe that you get pulled back so you can pay closer attention to the little things. So we were 18,000 customers away from Chairman 750 at the London convention. I don't think some of you guys heard what I said. We were 18,000 customers away from Chairman 750 at the London convention. And today we're 2,500 customers over Chairman 750. 18,000. Yes, guys, if you did the math from the London convention on our 2 legs, over 20,000 new customers. 3.5, 4 months. Our business went from about 7 million in volume to right now over 25 million in volume. Crazy. We've broke over 100 new Chairman 10s. And I think it was 30 new Chairman 25s, 20 new Chairman 50s, 7 new Chairman 100s, maybe 8 now, 2 brand new 250s, 1 brand new 500, and 2 brand new 750s. 4 months. That type of change. See, Eric Worre even talks about it. There will be a 90-day period of time that can completely change your life. And, you know, Matt and I have gone to some really in-depth, like, you know, 40, 50 people, intimate Eric Worre, network marketing, best of the best in the world type of trainings. And he interviews all the leaders that are there. And he went around the room and he said, how many 90-day sprints have you done that have helped you get your business to the next level? And everybody's was like 1, 2, 4 max, right? So a big 90-day run will absolutely change your life. Now, you never stop working, right? But there's a time when I believe you have to make that mental decision. And some of you are ready right now. Some of you are not, and that's okay. But there's a time in your career, or a few times in your career, where you just have this different frequency that you're tapped into, this different energy, this passion, and you feel like you can bulldoze through anything. Type a 8 in the chat box if you've felt that before. Maybe it's in sports. Maybe it's in video games. Maybe it's in relationships. Maybe it's in the company. Maybe it's in trading. But if you put an 8, if you felt momentum before, like if you have literally felt what I'm talking about, that feeling, right? We've all felt it. And I'll tell you, there's been a time, and it was leaving London Convention, I just knew we were about to run through walls. And then within a few days, I actually believe I got COVID-19. So I got sick as a dog. I couldn't move for about 5 days from my bed. And literally the whole world shuts down. Everything starts going crazy, you know, madness everywhere. And our company just starts going viral. And I believe I don't think it's just because there was a pandemic. That would be incorrect to say, because then we would be declining right now. We're still going up. I believe what happened was, as a company, we have almost 7 years of trial and error. As a company, we have hired and created an amazing corporate staff, an amazing legal staff. Like their legal plan and the Yeah, the legal strategy for the world, this is the best way to put it, is unbelievable. Like, we are being positioned right now to be Rosetta Stone, Hooked on Phonics, and Netflix under one roof. And I believe that what we realized in the last 4 months is how significant of a role we're playing. I don't even think we're a network marketing company. I think we are a solution, a university, an academy with an affiliate plan that you can actually build a legitimate income if you partner with. And I'm going to tell you why. I believe there's 3 major problems, especially here in the US. Now, I know a lot of you guys are over in the UK, maybe some of you guys are in Africa, different countries, but I want to tell you there's 3 major issues happening right now in the US. And a lot of these are relative around the world. Number 1, student loan debt, right? People are borrowing money that doesn't exist in the first place with jobs that don't exist. So therefore, there's money that they can't pay back. And the jobs that do exist are underpaying them. So, for example, I have a college degree. My college degree, with my 200,000 Instagram followers, my global network, my net worth, my college degree is worth about 40 grand a year. My student loan debt will take me 30 years to pay it off. It's backwards, right? So no matter how talented you are, it's the system is oversaturated. It's not the system is broke, it's oversaturated. So I believe that we are solving an education issue when it comes to, you know, the way that people are going to make money in the future. Number 2, jobs, right? Most people only have one stream of income. That's why the pandemic can hurt so many people. And maybe some of you joined the company because you had one stream of income. And you were like, whoa, either you lost it or you got scared and you're like, wow, this is a reality check, right? So one stream of income is dangerous, and we're seeing that now. It's not that, you know, having a job is a bad thing. I'm high on jobs. I was raised by both of my parents because of their jobs. So I'm not down on jobs, but the truth is that technology is changing the world right now. And if you only have a job and you only have one, you are walking on eggshells every single day. We saw that. COVID-19 hits, everything changes. In one day, so many small business owners, so many people in the travel space, so many people are now living in fear because they don't know what's to come. So having one stream of income is dangerous. Even the Uber drivers and the Airbnb owners and all those people. What now? You're not your own boss, right? So it's a crazy world. The third one, racism, right? And I have so many friends that are strategically strategically placed leaders around the world, right? Strategically thriving leaders around the world in African and Black communities. And we've been on calls with influencers like every day. Guys, I'm telling you, the movement inside of our company is insane. And I was talking to David Monetier, Jewel Tankard, Randy and Wanda Webb, China, Bryce Thompson. And, you know, one of the things that we spoke about, and actually I had this conversation with Jewel. I love Jewel. And we were talking, and she's like, you know, the reason why I joined I Am Academy in the first place, she's like, you know, before all of what we see right now, I know this. I see this every single day for years. I joined I Am Academy to help solve that problem in the first place. She said, because if the Black communities or any community that feels economically separated or just physically separated, spiritually separated, that's the issue, right? Equality or inequality is separation. Well, the issue actually comes down to economics, right? Finances, money, because of education. And we're solving the problem. We're bringing a solution to the forefront. And I'm excited about it. We have some huge leaders getting started. Activists, actionists, people on the front lines are like, wait a minute, we can talk, we could use our voice, but what's the solution? The solution's education, period. The solution is education. Because if we can teach people the real monetary system, no matter who controls the monetary system, they can't stop us because we understand the game, right? That's why plugging into the services like Steady or Bounce Back or the Trade House or whatever, and learning actually how the banks trade, learning harmonics and what Fibonacci really is, learning these skills, learning about crypto. That's the truth right there, is just getting the proper information, because then you're never going to feel like you're in an equal component to society. You're not going to feel it. And, you know, I have one of our leaders in Belgium. She's amazing. I've been working with her. We've been talking to big influencers like every single day. And one of the things that came up was how Akon is actually building a crypto city in Africa. Guys, let me tell you, Akon is like 10 years ahead of 20 years ahead of the curve. But if you're not looking at DCX, what Picasso's teaching, what Nick Gomez is teaching, what's happening on Swipecoin, like I moved almost like 80% of my trading portfolio. I still trade regular currency, but I moved a lot of that, and a lot of my physical attention, a lot of my, you know, sentimental attention. Like I'm physically reading articles and studying almost every single day for like 30 minutes to an hour on crypto. I want to know everything that's happening. And I have a multiple six-figure portfolio for crypto that I've been buying crypto since 2016. My first purchase was February 2016. So we change the economic status of the world by understanding, right? Because if we don't know, then the people that do know have an advantage. But if we know what they know, then there is no advantage. There's a playing field. And so my advice is don't play with the opportunity. The opportunity that you have in the palm of your hands is actually legitimately a once in a lifetime opportunity. And there's companies out there that are trying to replicate. They even copy our PowerPoint and put a different color on it. And that's cute. God bless everybody. I'm an opportunist. So if you want to do that, awesome. But let me tell you something. There's one difference for everything, period. This company, I Am Academy, 7 years, not 7 months, not 7 minutes, not 7 days. Christopher Terry has been trading for 30 years. He lives off of his trading. I've seen it with my own eyes. Chris and Isis do not, they even one time put their lawyers on the phone and said, Chris and Isis have never taken a penny from this company. All of their wealth was created before and through trading. And I helped Chris put his Bitcoin in a ledger. Like I helped him. I know I would never disclose that as private information, but I know the actual amount of cryptocurrency he has that he's been trading and killing it. It's insane. So you have leaders of a company that are actually traders, that are actually financial experts, that are really, truly wealthy. That's the X factor. That's why you will never see me put on any other jersey. That's why I bleed and do this for 14, 15 hours a day, because I know that the owners of our company are doing this from a place of love, gratitude, and legacy. Not because they need money to pay their rent or live a lifestyle or get on jets so they can act cool on Instagram. See, I know the truth, and this company was made to impact lives. And that's exactly what we've done. We have over 300 Chairman 10s right now and above, and 30 Chairman 100s and above. 30! That's crazy. We just had a brand new Chairman 100 couple break in Mexico. Guys, you know how many pesos that is? Chairman 100 is over 2 million pesos a month. What? 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 That's crazy. We just broke in the last 30 days 3 new Chairman 10s in Nigeria. What? Crazy? Guys, we have We had a chairman break in Congo, DRC. Average income, 20 to 30 bucks a month. Chairman 10. This, and I know that a lot of you guys are in London, you're in the UK, which is a melting pot, right? There are people from UK from all over. And for those of you guys who maybe speak Arabic or have Arabic networks, get ready. I had a phone call this morning with Spila, and we approved our first and second Arabic educators. We actually just broke a P2000. You guys know Millionaire Mentor Jason Stone. He has a P2000 in Lebanon. And there's another country Matt and I just found out about. It's called like Tajikistan. I think it's right next to Afghanistan. Let me see. One of you guys probably help me out. Yeah, I think it's Tajikistan, not Kazakhstan, but Kazakhstan is actually also on the map. If you guys follow me on Instagram, Barjan, Tajikistan. Yes, Tajikistan. I think I got it right. We're getting a geography lesson out here too every single day. But Barjan, who does all my graphics, helps me build out my Instagram. He's actually from Kazakhstan and has right now he's living in back and forth between Belgium and Turkey, but he's actually building in Kazakhstan as well, which is sick. I was supposed to be out there as part of that European tour, which got delayed. But yeah, guys, this is something that that is going global. And if you are looking to build in the Middle East, you're looking to build in Africa, you're looking to build around the world, Asia, we have probably 1,000 people in Asia, minus if you take India. So if you include India, we probably have 3,000 people in all of Asia. Guys, get on the front line, be a leader. There's a decision that you will make, just like the decision that Yasin made 5, 6, 7 years ago to become a professional, to do this and be a networker and be aggressive but respectful, to be on the forefront but have integrity, to be in the trenches, not on the sidelines watching or managing, but to be a true leader. There's a decision that you will make. And I believe that if you guys make that decision today on this call, I believe that if you actually see this as a real solution, then now's the time that we got to get loud about it. Now's the time that we got to go out. We got to talk to people. We got to be leaders. We have Arabic education coming. So we're about to literally open up the entire other side of the world, a whole region, and a massive, massive influx of people. We opened up French education and the doors opened up. But guess what? Western Africa, a lot of the countries that speak French are still wide open. Right? There's so much opportunity. Take advantage of the opportunity. We have a Japanese educator. The company is about to be officially registered in Japan. A multi-million-dollar investment to open up in Japan. Get active. I'm planting seeds. Get active. Build teams globally, not just locally. Yes, focus locally, but stop thinking so small. This is a huge opportunity. Stop thinking so small. Get out. If you guys need advice, go to my YouTube channel. I have tried my best. Austin Godsey as well. 2 YouTube channels. Brandon Boyd's YouTube channel. So those 3 YouTube channels are fire. Matt Rosa's YouTube channel. He's got all his content on there. But Brandon, myself, Austin, we have created tools and trainings for you guys to literally learn from us on a day-to-day basis. Because even though we're out, we're managing big teams, we're on tours, my personal number one, I can tell you, I can't speak for everybody. I can tell you my personal number one priority is making sure that every person in this company eats. So I really, truly thank you guys for your time. We threw this call together. Yasin and I were chopping it up yesterday, and I'm like, yesterday or 2 days ago. And I'm like, bro, it's been a minute. Let's get on with the squad and let's just bring the tides forward, right? Because rising tides raise all the ships. Let's bring the energy to a specific frequency, because I believe that right now we have the ability to go out and run. And let's get that done. Let's get that done. Let's make today the day where we burn the ships, right? My day came, but if you haven't actually burned the ships and going all in, this is it, guys. Put on your blinders, start focusing, become the pioneer. one of the biggest hungers I had when I got started, I love you guys, all of you. I love you guys too. One of the biggest hungers that I had when I first got started is that I wanted to be the guy who helped launch countries, that got out and made it happen, that got out to different countries and found the movers and shakers, weeded through the lazy people, weeded through the excuse makers, and built leaders. And there was a point where I literally had nobody outside of the U.S., nobody even outside of my state. I grew up in a small little neighborhood. I went to school with 400 people, not a big place. I didn't come from a big city. I don't care where you were born, where you came from. You have the ability to do this, but it starts with belief, then action, and then you get results. So, Yasser, I'm gonna throw it back to you so you can intro Austin. Let's just take a second, and if you guys can just show some love to Yasin in the group chat. This is not the Yasin show. This is not about, glorifying a leader. It's about glorifying the company and the mission. But I think you have to give respect where respect is due. And, Yasin, there's a few things that I honestly, genuinely respect you for. But one of them is your level of commitment and your level of consistency. I can tell you that you're not perfect. Either am I. Nobody is. But your consistency will carry you to such an amazing place and help you literally make such a great impact. So we love you, bro. We're grateful. Thank you so much for putting this together. And guys, let's play ball. I'm ready. Appreciate you. I see my Instagram blowing up, so I appreciate the love on there, guys. And I can't wait to be back out in the trenches. And, I hope that we launch some countries from this call. So let's get it. Yasin, my brother, thank you, bro.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Jason. Let's throw some love. Let's throw some fire in the chat box. Let's go crazy with it. Jason Brown, Chairman 750, taking an hour out of his time to be on this call. Jason, once again, we love you. We appreciate you. Guys, you can tag him on J Brown on Instagram. If you're not following him, follow him. He mentioned his YouTube account. I'm not too sure how you find it. Just find Jason Brown. You guys can plug in there and subscribe. So look, guys, like what Jason said, there's a lot of things that he said that stood out to me. One of the biggest things that he just finally ended with was he wanted to be someone who loves launching countries. For me, if I'm honest with you, when I came to this company, I saw how very little of a footprint we had in the UK. And I wanted to stand out. This is just a personal story. For me, when I came in, I think we only had one Chairman 10, maybe about 2 or 3 Platinum 5000s. And I came into the company, I thought, this is it. I'm going to stand out. I'm going to be one of the movers, one of the shakers within the UK and mark my footprint. For me, I just wanted to grab the attention of Jason Brown, of Christopher Terry. Now, I mean, they're like friends to me. They are brothers to me. So I really, really, really appreciate Jason and Chris and everything that they've done, everything that they stand for. So unfortunately, guys, Austin's a bit caught up right now. I definitely did want him on the call today because I know a lot of us, we've heard of Austin. We've seen him on Gram. We see the noise that he's making. It would be good to grab some time of his, but unfortunately, he can't jump in the call. But we'll definitely do another one with him on it. One of the things that I want to reiterate that Jason said, and it's something that I wrote down, is something that honestly just reminded me of how I became a Chairman 10. And he mentioned what Eric Worre did in his GoPro convention. Now, Eric Worre, if you don't know him, he is basically your favorite mentor's favorite mentor, right? He's like the king, what we call, of network marketing, right? The GOAT, the daddy, right? And he does a convention where it's tailored to all of the network marketing companies out there. There are some companies that sell products. There are some companies that sell water. There are some companies that, sell computer screens, right? We, on the other hand, sell trading education. So he has a training for maybe, for about 2-3 days with all network marketing companies. And he asks the highest earners, the top earners, how many 90-day sprints did you do? And on average, those that are making, of course, income disclaimer, all those that are making anywhere from, I don't know, let's say 6, 7, 8 figures, they say, okay, perfect. We got Austin on the call. Thanks, Jason. So they say 90-day sprints, they say, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 on average, right? For me, I'll be honest with you, and this is the honest truth. I probably only did one good 90-day sprint that got me to 10 grand a month. This is me being transparent. If you guys are in a team, our number one rule is transparency. I did one very good 90-day sprint that got me to Chairman 10. Of course, Austin and Jason had a very, very huge helping hand in that, right? So I've started my 90-day sprint. Austin said the 2nd of June, we've got 90 days to go out, go crazy for Dubai, which is going to be our reward at the end of the 90 days. So I don't know how you find Austin. What name are you under? I can't find Austin on the call. Unless some global visionaries. No. Austin, hit me up. I don't know what name you're under right now. But we'll wait for Austin to message me. Perfect. So, okay, wow. Okay, cool. I don't know why that's his name, but okay, cool. He's messaging me right now. German. Okay, so Austin, you got to message me. I don't know what name you're under right now. My videographer's name, German. I can't find German on the call as well. German. All right, cool. So we've got Austin on the call. We're gonna have to find him out of 106 people. Austin loves to hide and sneak his way in, right? Austin, German. All right, cool. Ah, okay. I got you. There we go. We got Austin on the call. So perfect. I'm so happy that you guys get to hear from him. So, you know, Austin is someone that's making a ton of noise. I don't even need to say much, right? Austin started in this industry roughly the same time as me. Austin and I, the commonalities that we have is we started the industry around the same time. We're roughly the same age. I'm slightly better looking than him. That's what I know for sure. And I'm just playing Austin, man. Austin's someone who makes a ton of noise. He's one of my biggest inspirations alongside Jason and Matt, if I'm honest with you. Those three are three individuals that I love, trust, respect. They are probably the reason why I decided to plant my flag in here. I'm so happy that you guys, I could say a million things, man. I'm not going to say much, but the biggest thing I would say is this, right? Forget how much I love him. Forget how much he's done for me. I'm going to tell you the reality of what he's done in this industry as a whole. He's directly responsible for enrolling countless chairmen. I'm talking countless. He enrolled Matt Rosa into this company. He enrolled Christopher Derrick into this company. He enrolled the Darwin and the Darwin Lopez and Emery Holmes. He enrolled Brandon Boyd. He enrolled, like, with his link, literally his link. I can't stress enough how much I value his time and how much I just want to, you know, I had a call with him yesterday, right? And I love to ask him questions in a way where it doesn't, you know, make him, you know, get bored, if that makes sense. And he said one thing to me. He said, Yasin, he said, the quality of your questions will determine the quality of your life. And I was like, yo, I needed a second to think, but I didn't want him to stop talking. I was like, yo, I'm not going to tell him that I need a second to think. I just needed to process it. He said, the quality of your questions determine the quality of your life. I would love, and I would do anything to spend another day with him and ask him as many questions as possible. And today we have him on this call. So I'm going to unmute someone. I'm hoping it's him, but it's his videographer's name. So let's welcome on the call. I'm asking to unmute, hopefully unmute. Chairman 100, Austin Godsey!
Bro, yeah, yo, I literally feel like we're in an event together, just at like a mad training together, bro. So I'm super fired up. I don't know about the looking better part, bro, but everything you said was super on point, bro. I love you, bro. I wish I was there. Let me go ahead. All right, so guys, here's the real situation. Look, the grind gets real. We are in a coffee shop. We're in Portland. We're checking into our next Airbnb. And we pulled over. Phones were dying because we've been on all morning. I mean, we've been going crazy. And we're here. We're in a corner. You know, got a little corner spot set up. And we're here with you guys. So, Jason, after hearing Jason speak, I really don't know what more to say. Yes, and thank you for the introduction. You know, it's crazy. When I first met you, it was in London. It was back in the end of 2017, I believe, at the very end of 2017. And when we came there, I remember, my hair's a little crazy right now. We just literally got out the Airbnb, coming to another Airbnb before we come back to Miami. It's crazy out here. Guys, beautiful out here at Oregon. Took a few days to come out here. Quarantine's been crazy, guys. I know there's a lot of negativity, a lot of things in the media. And, you know, we came out here to, come on. What up? Are you excited, bro? Yeah, you know. No, guys, I mean, we just heard Jason speak, and Herman's smiling cheek to cheek. He just actually joined the business not even 24 hours ago. I mean, he's almost P1000, so he's super fired up. But, guys, if I could come on here for a little bit and just share anything with you, it'd be, I mean, number one, Yasin, thank you so much, bro, for the edification. I think you really just, you know, give more credit, you know, to other people. That's obviously you as a leader, bro. But what you've been able to create, what you've been able to do in the past couple of years, it's nothing short of extraordinary. You know, Yasin's somebody that I see literally would give, you know, the shirt off his back, to do anything for his teammates. And I think that that's what's more impressive about your guys' organization is that I know that the culture is just different. And, you look inside the company. I mean, Jason just came on here and really said a lot of things that I wanted to share with you guys, but he put the story perfectly. For you right now, I think what Jason said that was important is just to make a decision. Yasin almost being, a chairman 25, if he hasn't already hit it on this call or right before the call, it's just unbelievable to see. And, it's crazy because, he's focused on the bigger goal, Yasin's organization and what you guys are doing. It's not even a concern of what's about to happen and what we're about to do. But, yeah, guys, give me 1 second. Hold on. Are we good? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So, yes, and thank you again. Guys, honestly, I don't know what more to say coming on this call, except for kind of telling a little bit about my story, and maybe I can relate to you guys. Because when I came into the company, as was Jason, we didn't come into the company with much experience. When I found Forex, when I found network marketing, I mean, guys, I was homeless. I was living in a car. My girlfriend was 8 months pregnant. I dropped out of high school. And, one thing that Jason talked about there was education. And I just started to realize, the world's drastically changing. And, aside from just like network marketing, like really where the future is going. And I think this quarantine really, really woke a lot of people up. I think that during this quarantine, it exposed a lot of people. Even if it was health-wise, getting in shape, or if it was people actually like seeing people grind. I know in Miami, it's crazy. In Miami, it's like so many people are like these fake flexers and do all these different things. And then when the quarantine came, like you really saw who was actually putting the work in, who was actually grinding, and who was just kind of faking it, And I think right now, what Jason talked about is it's been crazy, to see a lot of people get hit by what they've been hit by, the small businesses and people in different businesses. I actually own Airbnbs. So out in Miami, seeing that hit where, the markets and all these different industries, and you look at different companies and how things are shifting, people are saying, we hope it goes back to normal, but it's never going to go back to normal. Like things have permanently changed from here moving forward. And I think that people are becoming more woke and more observance of what's happening in the world right now. As Jason talked about education, understanding the system. It's kind of like the race. You got to figure out which race are you in. And, for me, I feel like when I first got into the industry, the person making the most in my family growing up was maybe $45,000, $50,000 per month. So I was never around this type of information. I was never around this type of, this type of environment. So when I came into the industry, guys, a lot of you on this call right now, you already are in a position in life to take action now. Like, we talk about the books and all these different things because I know personal development has clearly, obviously changed my life. And that's the most important part about the business. Really, I was telling somebody today, they were talking about making money and doing this with some side hustle they were doing. And it just wasn't a good idea, even though they knew they could have, done this and made money. I told them just kind of like I was talking yesterday. I said, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how you make your money. And with this business, it's almost like I felt like when I first came into it, I would rather spend all this time a day investing into this company, investing into this business, investing into myself than, working a traditional 9 to 5 and just getting paid to survive, not paid to live. I'd rather be, in a situation for a while and then, long-term. Sacrifice that short-term pleasure for long-term happiness. So what Jason talked about was that 90-day that run. And when I first came into the industry, I wanted to see success bad. I was in a product-based company, and it was way, way different than a service-based company. To even make a platinum 600 income, you needed to have about 150 customers paying $200 per month. So things were a lot different when I came into the industry and learning how to, just go out there and build a certain way. And I got kind of tired of it after 2 years of being in these companies. Not that the companies weren't great or the leadership or that I couldn't see success. It was just that I felt like I wasn't being honest with people about the opportunity side of it. Being able to earn income and, they saw the freedom, they saw the lifestyle, they saw things that people were achieving and they wanted for themselves. And I felt like I wasn't being honest with people, telling them that they could see, good results unless they were willing to be a leader or actually go out there and build and, sell products and do this and that. And then when I found Forex, it was like something just shifted in my mind to realize this is really the future. When I actually found cryptocurrency back in 2013 by accident. I wish I would have known what I know now. And I'm sure all of you on the call, if you could have gone back to 2009, 2011, if you could have gone back to Apple in the 70s, you know, if you could have gone back to Google, if you could have gone back to these companies and invested, would you have invested and put your time into them, knowing what they are now? So when I found Forex, like Jason said, like at the very end of the call, what did he say last? He said, everyone eats is the mission. And I feel like in this company, we talked about with Chris and Isis, the leadership, the corporate leadership, we actually have founders that care. And for me, when I was in the industry, I wanted to find a company where I could plant my flag, where the actual founders, the people of the company were people focused, people over profits. You know, I've been in the industry where I see CEOs who are maybe former reps or former people in network marketing wanted to start their own company, or people were doing it for money, or they were debted companies. And I was trying to find something that just made sense for the team, aside from anything. And when I saw that customers, when I found IM, what was it? What was a 2-minute phone call with Christopher Terry? My friend calls me at 3 o'clock in the morning to talk to some guy who's making a lot of money trading. So I get on the call, and it turned into a 2-hour conversation with Christopher Terry. And I didn't even understand at first it was a network marketing company. I thought it was just a trading company. And see, that's the craziest part. I was ready to join just for the access to the mentorship, what we have in the academy, all these different things. And I just feel like, you know, there's a lot of companies in network marketing that have the juice, but IM has like the juice. So when people see as a customer, people can win, it's something completely different. And I think that's why a lot of the teams now, you see like the Bryce Thompsons and these other organizations, the younger millennials, they're coming in and they're absolutely crushing it, is because this is like their first company. If IM is your first company, that's extraordinary. You know, we came from organizations, you know, with Shabazz. Shabazz didn't earn any income, barely any income his first 2 years in the industry. And now you see the gentleman's chairman 100. How does that happen? You see somebody like Albert Ferrer, one of my best friends from Spain. He for years, Albert is about 500 orders away from chairman 100. This individual for years in network marketing would always be the guy who would show up, be on the webinars, be on the trainings, be at the events, and not bring any people to the events, new people. He was always consistent, always was coachable, always was teachable, willing to learn, willing to read. And it's crazy. His first 5 months in IM, he was a P150. And then it's crazy now to see he just took action. He actually took action and started building the business. Like something just clicked in him one day. And for all of those years with the personal development, the growth, you know, that was something that he had to do. But you look at these teams now, they're just taking massive action. We're seeing so many people pop up right now that are hitting chairman ranks like it's a platinum 600 rank. I've never seen this in my career, but what's extraordinary to see is that, you know, customers are actually winning. So I'm super excited. You know, that was one thing that I wanted to see this company really do, you know, over the years. I wanted to see something that was long-term, you know, something that was, if we build this is going to be here in 10, 20, 30 years, like an Amway type of a company. And with what we've done, even just since the beginning of the year, we've gone from 100,000 customers to now, you know, around 300,000 customers. So basically triple the size of the company in the past 6 months. So something's obviously working. It's just a matter of will you take advantage of it? And I always tell these people this question. I always tell people that people follow people who know exactly where they're going. So within this company, Jason talked about, you know, the 20 no's a day. You know, there's things on this call that I could go through, you know, how to build or how to structure the 5 ways to present or the 3 tools to recruiting. That stuff comes, like you'll learn these skill sets in the business, really just about number one, loving people and just being there for people. People want somebody who's going to help them. You know, people look at the business, you know, they look at people, am I going to join this person that can actually lead me and be a friend and be there for me, be a resource to help me? And number 2, can I make money with them? So I think one thing that Jason highlighted on that was really key is, you know, guys, in this business, 1 second. Oh, no. Yo, it's on 3%. 1 second, Yasin. Oh, no. We're at 3. Our other phone is at maybe 5. That's how you know that the grind is real. If your phone is not dying, your business is probably not starting. Sheesh.
Woo. Bars.
All right. Okay. You using them? Yeah.
Guys, let's throw some fire in the chat box, man. Let's throw some fire. He said people only follow people who know exactly where they are going. Boss.
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry about this.
I'll go
I'm trying to get my phone. 1 second, guys.
Go you, bro. Take your time.
All right, so I think the phone will stay here for a little bit. So in closing, I mean, guys, you know, one thing that you can take away from this call is, I talked to Matt earlier, and Matt was telling me here. I'm gonna turn off my camera just so the battery isn't good out so quickly. Okay, cool. It's at 3. So one thing that Matt told me is, I mean, when you look at this drives me crazy. One thing that I've learned from my mentors is, number one, like my mentors always say, Austin, always be like the dumbest person in the room. And I would never kind of understand what that really meant. People can take that different ways. I looked at it in multiple ways. Not like the dumbest person in the room, kind of like, you want to always be learning, right? Always be learning, always be growing. But I realized it as like always be the most like uncomfortable one in the room, or just like other types of ways I took it. And when I look at people sometimes, I'll think about like how am I, putting these like Jason said, how am I putting 14-hour days? Because they say the average person works 8 hours a day. The average multimillionaire works 14 hours a day. So every hour over 8 hours is an hour investment into yourself. Every minute, every second. So I said, how am I putting these hours in? And, how is Matt working 16-hour days and he's making 800,000 double vegan cheeseburgers per month? How is that practical? How is that possible right now? How is he working 3 times, 5 times, 10, 20 times harder and smarter than other people who are, making like $500 a month or $1,000 a month or $2,000? It doesn't have anything to do with money, followers, this, that, the other. None of that. It's down to, I say, if you knew what we knew, you would do what we do. And where this company is going right now, guys, it's almost like planting your flag in real estate, being a part of something big from the beginning. And I it's cliche, this company, we're just scratching the surface and we haven't even started yet. That stuff's good and all, but when you literally look at like logistics of like the practicality of where this company has already gone and what we're about to do in the next 30 to 45 days, the volume of the company will double. That's the goal right now. The vibration, you heard that, Jason, we set out 1,000 Chairman 10s by December 31st, 2020. 1 million customers. So what's about to take place, I personally believe that the faces of the company, you look at some of the leaders, all the Chairman 100s, Chairman 250s, the 500s, the 750s. Right now, I personally believe that the top earners haven't even joined the company yet. The people that'll be at the top, the biggest teams, I believe they haven't even joined the company yet. And that could be somebody that comes into your organization on this call, because as my mentor said, Austin, you're only one person away from an explosion in your, not only your business, but your life, right? You're only that one connection, that one person away that can change your life, not just financially, but overall. So guys, I'm telling you what, right now, the vibrations we're putting out, the frequency that we're on, we sound crazy. Some people are like, yo, they're kind of intense. They go psycho. They go insane. I would never miss a birthday. I would never miss a holiday. I do this, that, the other. I value sleep. I value health. I'm not saying sacrifice all the, but look, hey, my mentor said this: if you don't sacrifice what you love will eventually become a sacrifice. So it's crazy, man. People, I would never miss my son's birthday. I would never miss this birthday. I would never miss a